It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Packers and the Vikings coming up next.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Play fake. Cousins out to his left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers buying time to his left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a 1st down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a throw here to his running back. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. And all the way down to the 27. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run with Cook. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They try again with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 83 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Sliding out of the pocket. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
When enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time. And
he's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 67 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room.
Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings... with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it. So that challenge, a successful one. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds here. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. To throw is Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cousins to throw it. He'll buy some time right. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Cousins steps away. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, a timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Again, it's Cousins. Uses the stiff arm. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. To throw, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph now to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Rodgers on the return. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. Joseph on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. Rodgers on the return. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Joseph now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll roll him out right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. 3 yards remain for second down. Here's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Sliding out of the pocket. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Fourth down, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 58 yards. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give. This is Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give running right. It's Cook. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Joseph now to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Rodgers again now. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Well, boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, Cook found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They run. Cook. Oh, some strong running. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean,